Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this November 10th. After another cool day and a rainy day across southern Kentucky yesterday, we only made it up to 54 degrees. That was the official high temperature at the Bowling Green Airport a little bit after 1:30 yesterday. And that is running 8 degrees below average. We should be around 62 for a high temperature this time of the year. Our low was 47. 40 is the average, so we were 7 degrees above average as far as nighttime lows. And we picked up exactly a quarter inch of rain officially at the Bowling Green Airport. Some locations out east of us got upwards of an inch of rain. Half inch to 3/4 to around an inch, depending on where you were. But all that is gone. We're still seeing some leftovers this morning in wake of that system, that disturbance that moved through. And it's mainly in the form of patchy, dense fog this morning. There is a dense fog advisory in effect for some of our western counties, such as Hopkins, Muhlenberg, McLean, Christian, Todd, back that way. But so far, here in the Bowling Green area, the fog is not that bad this morning. There may be a little bit of fog around some area lakes and streams and rivers and some valley areas. But all of that should begin to move away, excuse me, as we go through the morning. And I still haven't had coffee yet, so maybe I need to just make sure I drink a couple of cups of coffee before I do the podcast. Because it helps loosen the phlegm. But anyway, we've got a little bit of dense fog out there this morning. Be careful on your way into work. We're going to see sunshine returning today, as skies will become mostly sunny. And we're going to see a high around 61 with a west wind at 5. Tonight, mainly clear skies, and we could see some patchy dense fog once again with an overnight low at 42. Some locations may get down into the upper 30s for overnight lows, depending on how the skies clear. And, of course, clear sky, a cool, wet ground. That's perfect setup, once again, for some fog in the area. Now, for Wednesday, which is Veterans Day, we are looking at a mainly dry day, pretty much all day long. We're going to start out with a partly sunny sky, increasing clouds, breezy, too. South winds at 14 to 28 miles per hour, especially as we get more into the afternoon, as a potent cold front makes its way into the area. But much of the day on Wednesday will be dry, but we're still looking at that chance of some strong to possibly severe thunderstorms arriving Wednesday evening. Now, the timing is now appearing to be a little bit later than what we were looking at earlier, and that's good because that cuts down on any kind of surface instability, because without any sun energy, that cuts down on maybe the severity of the system. But this system has a lot of what we call dynamics, and that is just the sheer lift and maybe even some shear, air shear, wind energy, if you will, just simplifying it here for you. It's almost like when the cold front comes in, it acts as a scoop. It just scoops up the air, scoops up that moisture, lifts it, and that alone can bring about some, potential wind damage. I think that's going to be the main threat, if anything, and this can happen Wednesday night. So not necessarily overnight, but say from 8, 9 p.m., through the 10 o'clock newscast, maybe till about midnight or early Thursday morning to the east of I-65 as it sweeps through. So this is going to be something you're not going to have to be too concerned about during the day on Wednesday, but as you get home and the kids get home and you get ready to maybe settle in for the evening or go to bed, that's when they're going to push through. And I think there will be some lightning and thunder and some very gusty winds, and that's probably the primary threat that we're looking at here. Now, the good news is the Storm Prediction Center has kind of shaved off that slight risk area a little bit further west of us. So Bowling Green not necessarily in that slight risk area anymore. It does include some of our western counties and all of western Kentucky. And again, we could start splitting hairs and start getting into marginal risk and slight and blah, blah, blah. Let's just keep it simple. Slight risk is something to pay a little bit more attention to, but now that slight risk area has been shunted a little bit further west away from us. That doesn't mean we're going to escape the severe weather because, as you know, thunderstorms and severe weather does not follow straight lines or county lines or state lines. So just keep the heads up that you already have. Just be aware that Wednesday evening into Wednesday night is going to be the prime time for some strong, it does look like we'll get some strong thunderstorms to possibly a few severe. A couple of those could prompt a couple of warnings. The tornado threat is relatively low, but as we always say around here, you cannot completely discount that. Although this does not look like a widespread severe weather outbreak. That term is used way too often and too incorrectly. It's not an outbreak. It's a rare fall severe weather episode, if you will. It's like a TV episode. It's one episode, and then it's over. So there you go. We'll keep an eye on it. 100% chance of rain coming in Wednesday night after that high of 71. Then as the front actually moves through early Thursday morning, we're going to set an early day high of 63 on Thursday with sunshine returning. And then temperatures will continue to fall down into the upper 30s under a chilly west to northwest wind by Thursday night. Now Friday, or really the weekend, looks spectacular, but it's going to be quite chilly. Friday, a high of only 56 with sunshine, and Friday night we're calling for a low of 30. Now if we hit that, it'll be the coldest this fall season so far. The coldest we've had so far, 33. If we hit 30 or even 29, 28 in there, that would be the first hard freeze of the fall season. 28 is that threshold. So if we get, and I'm thinking maybe some of our outlying areas would get down that cold, that would be the first hard freeze of the season. Not just a general freeze, but a hard freeze. Now, Saturday, sunshine, 53. Sunday, sunshine, 59. A little bit of a warm-up here. Monday, we do see a slight chance of a shower, and 62. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the podcast. God bless as always, and thank you for listening. Know the weather before it knows you. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, 11 a.m. on midday, streaming live to the WBKO app and to WBKO.com. Then later today, a special edition of the Chris Allen Radio Show at Classic Hits, Sam 100.7, as we get ready to welcome REO Speedwagon to SkyPack tonight at 7:30. It is a sold-out show, but to get you ready, if you are a ticket holder, you were lucky enough to get a ticket before they sold out, I will be broadcasting the last 2 hours of my show live from the lobby of SkyPack. So come out and see me. I'd like to see you and just thank you for your support and for listening to the radio show. And just we're going to have some fun. Maybe do a little bit REO trivia. I'm calling it Do You Know REO? So tune in for that. We're going to play a lot of REO Speedwagon songs before the concert, which starts at 7:30. We're just going to have a great time. In the meantime, have a great day. See you later.